Hello, official pal. Merry Christmas to you all. This year, Brunya, the brutal. What am I talking about? This is the Tap Send Brunya Achedia from Tap Send to you. All you have to do is to send $200 or 200 euros or 200 pounds, and you stand an instant chance to win exciting prizes every Thursday to the end of the year. So what are you waiting for? Send the family members the money. Let them also celebrate Christmas. And by doing that, you also stand a chance of winning exciting prizes from Tap Send. And the grand draw is on the 29th of December, where you stand a chance of winning air fryers, blenders, televisions, a lot of prizes, and free air tickets, 5 of them. Tap Send. Send the people the money. It's easy, it's convenient, and it's reliable. Bam.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo na ne tena ka mu kwantin akotonyo mabegu ye shop mu se ubenya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo owo so to mfa ko sika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota lapa se kosi nsawam. Jumidale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bia wo se wutu mu a eye Jumidale. You can locate Jumidale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto, or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jumidale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
The request is already made. I shouldn't use him as a starter. No, I'm not going to use the money to start today's show. I'm only going to welcome him with all the vim and want every lady not to tata him. If you're a lady and you tata Derek money, the powder you sprinkle him. You sprinkle more powder. But Derek, how was the weekend though? How was the weekend though? I saw you were reporting from Mentor.
Yeah, Mentor.
This year's Mentor, how did it go? Because I've also gotten some mixed reactions from people. People think this year's Mentor was slow. Let me use that word.
Yeah, I think so. But the publicity was not that loud. Because I think
it has been done speedily.
Yeah.
They've been doing Mentor for 13 weeks in all. This year, I'm not sure they did 13 weeks.
No, I think they did most of their activities indoors. And I think that one hindered the publicity, or better still how to get to the public. Because they always think they have all the powers to do everything within. And then doing it within, I think you need some people behind the scene who are going to push staffs. And I think that was one thing that they lacked. So the publicity was not that huge. Even on Saturday, I didn't know it. I thought it was Sunday that they were going to have the finals at the National Theatre.
Oh, they've been doing their finals on Sundays often.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
So I got a call and then I was asked, "Are you ready to go?" I'm like, "Mentor go today." Then, oh really? Then no problem. Let's go. So I thought it was Sunday, but on Saturday I got a call, so I have to join the crew. Then we have to move straight to the National Theatre. And I think it was one of the best experience when it comes to Mentor. We have 4 finalists who were pushing for the ultimate, and I think a show team lady won. Yeah, 2 Spice.
Yeah, she tagged me. Interestingly, she tagged me in her post be in one of her performances where she started with some poetry piece. She had some beautiful poetry lines in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so she lives in Soto.
Yeah, Soto Market. Heaven Church. That junction over
Spicy,
yeah,
some
2 Spice.
2 Spice.
Yeah,
2 Spice.
I know her mother very well.
Yeah, so that was how come I got to know her. You know, I don't follow most of these reality shows. Just that I realized that a lady had tagged me in a certain video, and so many people were commenting. So I later went to check, who is she? Then I checked that, oh, she wasn't bad. She did some Stone Boy song beyond that day.
Well, I mean, she's very talented, and then when she mounted the stage, I think even Kwabra accepted, or better still, I told her he's going to write a song for her, and then Kwabra will sing, and then the lady will rap on it. And I think it's
possible. Does she rap or she does
raps? She's a hardcore rapper.
Oh, sir.
Very hardcore. Very. And that's where, like the way, the vigor, energy.
She has everything.
On that day, I think Richie Mensah, when he's part of the judges.
Okay.
So he was like, when he was commenting, he said everybody watching should vote for 2 Spice.
As a judge?
As a judge.
I see.
Everybody watching should vote for 2 Spice as a judge. And from the onset, I thought that's the final thing, the final words to say. And she's going to win. And she won. Her performance was brutal. Oh yeah, she nailed it.
Chamo, did you have any memories of this year's mentor?
Not at all. In fact, I thought they have even stopped. Like, I don't see even the traces anywhere, even on social media. I hardly see mentor video or clip or something like that. I think they have not done a good job when it comes to publicity or pushing the whole thing. I mean, it has gone down when you compare to the time that Marco Krikumante, Dominic and Co were part of it. I think they should do better if they still wanted to. I mean, for people to get interested, I think they should do better. What they are doing is not going like that. In fact, the time that you posted or the time that I said, hey, oh, so they are still doing it. That kind of reaction. I was like, are they still doing mentor? I mean, so it's poorly publicized. I think they should do better. The publicity is really, really low, even on social media. I don't know, because it would have flashed somewhere for me to see or something, but nothing at all. So they should do better. I mean, it's good for some people to pass through that and get the opportunity to be a musician or even do better in life. So I think it's a good thing. So they should do well for it to, I mean, sustainable, for it to be sustainable for more people to come in through that direction too. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I see. How about you, Roland?
Well, I saw except like I've been seeing except of the reality show since they started. I mean, right after the auditioning stage, and actually my surprise was how fast they just ended up in the finals. That's it.
But I heard they were doing it Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, so that's. Is
that the case? Is it true?
No, only Saturday. The final.
No. I'm talking about during the process.
Yes, it was indoor. That's what I was saying. Indoor within the Adisawe. TV3 studios.
No. I'm not talking about the finals itself. The process throughout the eviction process.
Like the weeks, first week, second week, and all those.
Yeah, they were doing it live on TV.
So what I mean is that, initially they were doing it just one Sunday evening. But this time someone told me that they were doing it Saturdays and Sundays. So one weekend they will do 2. Or you did not. You did not follow. You did not follow.
Yeah. So my surprise was, like I said, was the fact that they were able to land in the finals in just some few weeks coming into. I would want to think that there are so many.
Maybe I understand. Maybe they didn't want it to enter into 2023.
Perhaps.
So, they wanted everything to finish in 2020 so that next year they can have another one.
Right. They would have started early. why didn't they?
Exactly.
They stopped it.
But
Yeah,
but I would
But
also
even the audition,
Mm.
episode told us the same thing.
that they were
That
in a
they
rush.
rushed the audition. Something that they were supposed to take time to really look for real talent. One day they'll tell them to audition like 3,000 people one day. So when you come now, that's what the girl was able to do.
Okay.
So
Now I know, like, now I remember that
Yes.
the girls' incidents is part of mentor. Okay, that's the only thing that I can think of. Yeah.
I think there are so many contributing factors to the reason why they just rushed everything. One has to, I would tackle one with how do we call it, how they choose the winners in terms of voting. You know, in recent times we've been having this conversation about people actually paying money to help or enable people win in some of these competitions, and it has become a huge conversation in the space as to people, okay, vote for your favorite on star one for the person to vote, and your vote is going to cost something. So it all boils down to, okay, is the person winning because he or she is so talented or is good over the others, or is winning because they have financial muscles or they are financially stable in order for them to move up the ladder? And that has also been a contributing factor. The other one, like you said, would have to be the fact that probably they wouldn't want this to enter into 2023 because 2022 they've not done it. So probably on their calendar they were supposed to just get this done with, so that they will move on to the next phase in the competition.
Because the sponsors money there.
Of course.
We have to use it.
and we are also in a Christmas season where program lineups will be buzzing here and there. People will be introducing new stuff just to keep their audience active. So yes, the moment they are able to clear, how do we call it, mentor off, then they make way for other TV programs that can get people hooked to their television station. So all they say, my own is, if it is worth the rush, the person that they got as the ultimate winner, was it worth the rush? Like, was everything that the person is getting worth the rush that they gave? Was the person able to learn enough? Was the person able to get whatever she's looking for on that platform? These are some of the questions that I would wish she would answer. Okay, because when you ask the likes of Kiddy, Kwame Eugene and all that, they can tell you about the experience, the fact that they even had good tutors who lectured them even in the house, week in, week out, gave them some tips as to even how to better themselves on stage. Then the girl gets that in that rush that they had on that platform this year. The other contestant, can they also attest to the fact that, okay, mine was also as beneficial as that of Kiddy, as that of Kwame, yes, and the training, yes, because that has always been the core or the foundation of some of these reality shows. Aside the publicity, it comes with the training and all that. Were they able to get it, and can they attest to the fact that, okay, I was like this, and when I went into the competition, I came out this way? If they are able to answer, then it is their show and we can't talk much about it. But if they weren't, if the contestant did not get something like that, then I believe they should go back and do things properly.
I think Kwame made a statement when two spies finished performing, and he said he's musically matured.
As in the lady who won.
Yeah, two spies. See, you are Kwame. I say you are musically matured. The stagecraft, how he organized the dances, how he penetrates through everything on stage.
Confidence.
You need to watch out for that lady, two spies. I'm telling you honestly.
Well, because she's a Sotom girl, find her. Let's
sure.
see how best we can also connect to her and give her some plugs. Because if she's from Sotom, then we have also a role to play in her career, at least. So on this note, I would now officially introduce my people. At the extreme left, I have a man like Intim Dodo Solomon. You can simply call him Chemo. He is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment Limited, also a digital content strategist. And in the middle, man like Powder Nation, Tag Nation, Everything Nation. E-News GH, and he has a pundit journalist, and he is here as the guy who doesn't want to tuba. We'll talk about that later. Roland Amate is also an event publicist, talent manager, and also a publicist here, a panelist here as well to join our show. Let me also say thanks to the production team, Digital Rasta, Currency, who is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show. Emmanuel Fowi Lapiji, producer. Gideon Nilam Tessin as our creative director. My name is Sammy Flex. If it is your first time here, let me just tell you that this is what we do. We sit down, we analyze, we discuss all the trendy but pertinent issues in our showbiz space, and we want you to be a part of it. We are not interested in the petty ones. We are talking about the pertinent issues. So if you are here, join us with your comments. Same way, you can also share the link with your people. Tell them that these guys are doing something great, as the world has been talking about all the time. Join us in the next 1 hour or two, and let's do with this. First, finally, we've seen Davido in a happy mood again, and some of us are so happy to see it, because when stories came that his son died, most of us, we were not too sure about it. In fact, we were waiting for official confirmation from him or maybe any family member, but they handled it so beautifully, did not say much. They just kept mute. All that we got to know later was Davido and the wife, Chioma, getting Chioma Roland. I just got to know that she's also Roland. Oh. Yeah, Chioma Roland. And I saw videos that they were getting married in Davido's house that even some people had issues about. And again, we also thought, when will the man recover so he can hit the stage again? Because even when the son died, he had some couple of concerts, but because of that issue, he had to postpone some of them. But finally, we are seeing videos, we are seeing pictures, and we have also seen that he performed at the World Cup final in Doha, that is Qatar. And it feels good. It brings me the question that some people have been asking sometimes, that who entertains the entertainer when they also go through hardship, when we have to make sure they are back on the stage to give us the light that we've been waiting for? Whose responsibility is it for them to enjoy that? And that is one question that I'm going to ask my people, whether Davido's way of handling it was the best, and whether what we are seeing so far is a clear representation of what he's feeling inside, or maybe it is just for the cameras. And again, one thing I've also seen is the fact that the wife is now around the job proper. What does it mean? Is she now management member or something? Because the last time we checked, it was because she was not at home. And the nannies could not keep an eye on the baby. Reason he fell into the pool. She seems to be back on the road with Davido again. Is this still part of the recovery process, or like what are we making out of what we are seeing, the spectacle we are having a look at? Ro, maybe you can start this with me. All the questions are put together. You can take it from your own angles as well.
Unfortunately, there are just some few people that are able to entertain the entertainers. Some are very close relatives, what we call family. People have different quarters in which they find their families. Some find their families by like relation, by blood. Others also find family in outside, as in friends, colleagues, acquaintances, and all that. That's how people find their families. And sometimes it is also the entertainer that entertains himself, not even the fans.
The entertainer himself has to entertain himself.
Yes, that's the sad part of what some of the things we do. And if you are unfortunate and you find yourself in the last part that has to do with you entertaining yourself, then you are just a thin line away from depression or madness.
You entertaining yourself?
Yes, you are just a thin line away. In fact, it takes a lot for you to switch from that mood of you being moody or having that downside to you also being on the other side or playing that character to entertain yourself. It takes a lot of muscle pull in terms of the brain for you to be able to attain that. That is why you find most of the times you find entertainers, or especially comedians, let me use them as a case study here. You find a certain comedian pointing out to a colleague to say that, yes, I know I am good. I know I make people laugh. People enjoy my craft. But this guy over there is one that I also enjoy whenever I'm watching them perform. And these words just don't come cheap. Yes, they come because the person is able to relate, the person is able to connect and also finds happiness in whatever his or a colleague is doing. So that's how sometimes entertainers do. Unfortunately, the fans are not able to entertain the, how do we call it, the entertainers so much because of the gap. So fans come in different folds. There are people who follow you just because they are very inquisitive and they would want to know everything about the things you do. Those people are also called fans. There are people who genuinely love you, not only because of your craft, but also other reasons like your lifestyle and all that. And those people are also your fans. But sometimes it is difficult for you to let them know what you are actually going through, because the unfortunate part is that they don't care. It is not it is not conscious for them not to care. It is unconsciously. So I give you this example. As we are here, we are all waiting for the time Shatta Wale will release his GOG album, Fu, when Stonebwoy is going to drop a banger, when Sarkodie after the Jams album is going to drop another banger and all that. But whatever they are going through, even in the house, in their personal space, the kind of thinking, the kind of pressure they are getting, they are also going through. Unfortunately, they cannot come out to tell the fans.
And we always think they are okay.
And we always assume they are okay. So whatever they go through to give us that banger, we usually don't care about the process. The only thing we know is it's been years since this person dropped a banger. It's been months since this person dropped a banger. But actually, whatever the process that the person actually uses to drop that banger, we unfortunately don't care as fans, and sometimes it makes the job so difficult. So it is only God that holds us as entertainers. On the other hand, Davido, I think I like the way he handled the whole issue. Even though it is not everybody that will be able to go this tangent. In fact, it can break you. It can break you, and the way he has handled it so much that when you find yourself in that position, anything you say can escalate. It can just go boom like that. And whether it is true or not, some of your statements can even be misinterpreted, and you find yourself there are some statements that you make, people interpret it in a different light, and you can't even have the opportunity to explain yourself. Yes, and it happens like that. And looking at the ways that whatever happened to them happened, these are things that are so sensitive that if you are not mindful of even the way you explain it to people, you'll be broken. Yes, you'll be broken, and you might even implicate some people else in the matter. And I like his energy even around the weekend when he performed at the closing ceremony of the World Cup. In fact, I like the energy, and I also like the fact that his wife is now closer to him. I would want to believe.
Is she now part of management or something? Because
so even if she's not, since she's the only person who is constantly in the picture, especially at this difficult time for Davido, I would want to believe that if there's one person that is able to make Davido feel calm or make him be himself and not even go on that down moment, it is Chioma. That is why, aside all the management teams or team members that Davido has, he would want to still be around or even closer to him in all quarters. Because there are pictures even when Chioma was the one even wearing the talk back for her and all that. And you can just imagine the kind of words that Chioma usually tells him, especially at this time. Yes, even though they are both going through such difficult times, but sometimes it takes one who has more courage or who is able to shelve their pain in order to encourage people to also, because I believe that Chioma can do this for Davido. So when Davido also gets to his feet, he can equally bring Chioma out of that pain and all that. So this is what relationships are for. And unfortunately, it is just some few people who are in the limelight that are able to get such connect. Most people don't usually get this connect, which is why we have so many broken homes in our entertainment space, broken relationships, broken marriages and all that. So if Davido has been able to find that kind of connection with Chioma, especially at this difficult time, this is what I call their golden relationship.
I see. So it is Chioma who entertains Davido.
Oh yes.
I see. Derek Money, what do you also see? The Chioma, Davido, their backup, especially, or their comeback. Let me use that word instead. Their comeback after the death of their son, and to be talking about looking for that excitement again to hit the stage, like he did over the weekend. What do you see?
But I think if you understand nature, you understand some circumstances and then occurrences that happens. Yeah, because you have so many people who have passed through same situation, and Davido and Chioma are going through the lives of his two Anaba. Lost so many things, 3 children.
I also remember his story too.
Yes, and then still he understands nature, so he's still going by it, and that is how you need to.
His 3 children died at a go.
Yeah, at a go.
In a lorry accident.
Yes.
When he was even on his way for how do you call it, a crusade?
Yeah.
And then he understands nature. Yeah.
So since then he's not had children again?
At all.
But he's old, so he can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
I mean, based on
It's
even the age of the
like
wife,
that.
they can't give
He can't give
unless he goes outside the marriage.
And that one too.
But he, the man, could have.
Yes.
Of course.
But due to
so now not even a child for him.
not even
I think one they were 4, so 3 died, and there's I think there's 1 remaining, something like that.
And then
I mean, in situations like this, you need to gather yourself very well. And I like the way Davido and then Chioma have come back, like as if nothing have happened. Especially him getting that gigs. Yeah, playing shows, the World Cup, FIFA. I think these are certain things.
I'm sure now he cannot hit the road.
Yeah.
These are certain things, certain concerts, certain programs, certain events that can put him on his toe. Although he has suffered that tragedy, but still, he needs to move on. And Chioma coming into the picture, I think it's good for Davido. Because one way or the other, it's like the way you saw me and then Hajia. Like we have that connect, and then the connection it puts us together because whenever she's closer to me, I have some comfort.
You get energy.
Oh yeah, I have some comfort. Yeah, and I think at this time that's what Davido needs.
Okay.
Yes, he needs.
So when Hajia is not there, you don't get that comfort. No, what I mean is that when Hajia is not there, he doesn't get comfort.
Well played.
I get it.
So I think
that's why he's sitting close to you. Okay. Now you get comfort. If you know, you know.
You know. Plus, I think it's the best thing for Davido and him recovering that very fast from such a tragedy, and then he's moving on. I think the platform he got to put him into a pole position that everybody will see, although he has been in that tragedy, but still he's pushing and then he's moving things. He has been an artist that always want to mount the high stage. Yeah, and then when he get the stage, he tries to position himself in a pole position that you see he has everything. And then one thing is him being there, you can't bring your past story on the stage. Yeah. Because the people
for stage.
For stage. The people watching, the people listening, your fans being there.
You have to transfer some happiness to them.
Exactly. So you have to put things behind you, move on in life. And that's how I think he is doing. And then him also getting Chioma around him. I think that's the best way to go.
Okay.
Chioma shouldn't leave Davido at this moment.
Would you wish that Chioma becomes part of his management?
I can see something, I can smell something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. I can smell something like that, and I think it's about time, because we have Stoneboy who has Dr. Louisa as his manager, and it's working for him.
No, but now we don't see Dr. Louisa moving up and down with Stoneboy again.
But still, she's the manager.
As at when she has the time. So I don't
but
think
still
it is too official.
Exactly.
So maybe unofficially she's part of the management.
After the video story, she doesn't move again.
You mean she has taken some lessons from
Of course, no, you will. If you are, you see, there are some things it will not happen to you, but you take lessons from it.
Exactly.
You see, children, they are children forever, and your children, the kind of comfort that they will get for you being around, they don't get it from the next person.
Exactly.
And again, that kind of care that you give to your children, the other guy won't do it. So, to me, if I were to be in their shoes, I'll pick a hard lesson from that.
The burial of the dead is a warning to
Exactly.
So, Brass, I mean, I think it's a good comeback for Davido. And that's how you're supposed to go. And he needs to cash out because it's Christmas season. It's Christmas season, so you don't have to use his past stories to worry him that much. Okay. He's an artist, he's a performer, he's an entertainer. Yeah, who entertains the entertainer? That's what Roland was trying to talk about. Who entertains the entertainer? And at this juncture, you have nothing to do. You have to entertain your fans. And then when you go home, Choma will also entertain you. That's how it's supposed to be. And then
entertains
the video entertains. So that's, I mean, I think that's the way to go. And I like the comeback. Okay. That is how. And if you understand nature, you understand whatever is going on.
I see. Chemo, what do you also see?
Good news. But I don't think it's, I don't know whether I should say fair or a good question to ask when you say who entertains the entertainer. I don't think it's a good question to ask anybody at all. And my reason is that the entertainer should find what will entertain him to do it, because nobody entertains anybody. Nobody gets somebody to entertain them for free. There's nothing like that.
Okay,
so
like free now.
Yeah, so why do you want us to entertain the entertainer for what? For what? Exactly. Because if you are a fan of an artist or whoever, you pay for whatever they give to you. Yes, you pay for it. Davido won't sing for free. People pay for his singing, and he entertains them for paying for it. So he should also pay for entertainment wherever he can get it. It's as simple as that. So who entertains the entertainer shouldn't be a question for us to even answer in the first place.
So who entertains the entertainer?
He choose however he wants to be entertained. It's not a fair question. Who entertains you without you paying for it? Do you think that you can say that I want Davido to entertain me, so I'll call him and he will come to your house and entertain you? You will pay for it. You pay for it. You don't listen to it for free. Or do you listen to his song for free?
No, not now.
Not.
Yes, you pay for it, no matter what the platform that you find it.
Who entertains the entertainer?
He will decide where he can get entertainment from. The way you are deciding to get entertainment from his craft and paying for it, he should also pay for it. Let's say Davido is a fan of football. He will pay to go to stadium and get entertained. That's how it works. So whatever,
and when
maybe
he goes home, who entertains him?
When you go home, who entertains you?
this
thing. I mean,
I think I get a question.
Yeah.
So you are just being principled.
Yes.
So beyond that principled nature,
yeah.
What else can we also do? Because I know someone was telling me something that as fans, sometimes we have to even find a way to support the people who are our idols. But you come to Ghana and a fan will ask you to buy him a phone. You come to Ghana and a fan is asking for Momo. But elsewhere, fans rather support. So someone can say, okay, I am the ambassador for this. Today I want to go and do something. Let my fans support you. They'll come and support you. But in Ghana, it looks like it is becoming the opposite, where fans are rather looking forward to take from the celebrities.
You know my principle when it comes to support. It's the same thing. It's not that free, but it takes another forms. That's how it is. So elsewhere, they are so happy to get whatever the entertainer is giving them or the celebrity is giving them, and they are willing to pay more for it. That's what it means. So the same thing, the entertainer or the celebrity can pay more for what he's happy doing. the celebrity can be like, let's put football aside. Maybe they are happy with let's say other people's song. They will go and buy and listen to other people's song. They are also being entertained by other musicians. If they are musicians, if they are some like footballers, they are get entertained by musicians or something. I mean, that's how it is. I mean,
so that per that, in the quest to find entertainment by the entertainer, that's why some of them also resort to drugs, because that's what we're entertaining.
Well, not only them, even fans also resort to drugs.
Yes.
So my point is so basic that we don't even have to ask. As an individual, you find a way to entertain yourself or to be happy. If you think doing drugs will make you happy, do it, and then you face the consequences. If you think something else, don't just give an excuse that that's why you do. No, it's a choice, because we have fans who also do it, meanwhile they get entertained by the talented ones. They come to your show, listen to your song. After that, they will go and do their weed, their trauma and other stuff. The fans. And some of the musicians will not even do that in the first place. So it's a matter of choice and your reasoning of what will make you happy. Some people get happy by doing those substances, and it's their choice, and they will face the consequences. So we shouldn't give an excuse for people to misbehave or go to a certain part and say because they are alone or something like that. Find a way to make yourself happy. I'm happy for Davido for what is happening, because this is a mark of a successful person. If you get a tragedy or if you go through something and you can't lift yourself up or you can't come back from it, then you in fact, being successful should be out of your books or something. I mean, to be successful, you have to go through all the hardship that there is for you to say that, and get up again, for us to know that, yeah, you have the strength to do it. So Davido going through this, I'm happy for him. And this is telling us that, yes, this is the man who is ready for whatever tragedy that will come his way and still succeed through it. And this is a good mark, it's a mark of a successful person. That's what I'm happy for. But what will make him happy, he will decide, not me. And in fact, it's arrogant and it's not even fair for people to think that we will know what will make him happy. No, unless he tells us. So we shouldn't be outside watching him and trying to suggest or tell him how we think he should be happy doing. No. He has his own way of doing it, unless he's calling for help. That one is fair. When he is calling for help, then we can suggest to him. He sat back for a while, not really out there, because of how he can cope with the tragedy, whatever he was going through. Now he's ready to face the world, and he did it so well by participating in the World Cup finals celebration. And this is fantastic, and I think we should end it there. But if we try to suggest how he will be happy, what he should do, or even he's not strong enough, when we say that maybe he shouldn't have gone early. I think some people will even go that direction, that it's not so long that you had this, so why are you doing this and all that? No. If you are a successful person, this is the time to show it. When you are in trouble, when there are certain things that is against you, and you can still go through it, that will show that, yes,
your success story.
Of course, you can't be a successful person and get it smooth like that. No, now a man for me so you're fragile. No. It doesn't even, it's not the mark of a successful person. So I'm happy for him that he's coming back strong, and the way he did it by through this means is a perfect way to announce your presence. And I'm happy for him.
Did you also would want to see Chioma as part of his management team?
Oh, why not? If she's competent to handle whatever role that she will be given, why not? I mean, she's also I mean, she can do it if she's capable. And I think so far so good what we have seen. But maybe in a long term, we know when it's about relationship or family business and all that, there are some issues that will come regardless. So if Davido and his team, if they are ready to handle the other issues that will come. Because from the beginning, they won't face any issue. The roles that you play, everything will be clear for you to handle. But it can get to a point that it will be emotional, it will be about other things, moral issues and all that. And that conflict will come. So if you are ready to handle it, why not? If you are not, then you have to take decision at some point. And I think so far, what we are seeing is okay. But if they want it to be a long term, I think they should think about it carefully before they proceed. And if she's capable, why not?
Well, thank you so much, Intim Dodo Solomon. Still here on Sammy Flex TV, where we are running Showbiz Daily. Showbiz Daily is that evening discussion program online, and that is the only platform that you get people sitting down to discuss pertinent issues in our showbiz space. Now, let's move on to another wahala that happened over the weekend, where Criss Waddle and his friends, R2Bees, they seem to be having some issues all over. Interestingly, I would want us to look at it briefly before we take it to the next level. Now, Criss Waddle has been talking, and maybe Richie can show some of the posts that she has been, he has been putting out. He says, so yesterday, R2Bees go Jackie in show them no come AMG concert, connect concert, huh? Okay. He laughed, but then you know they laugh like that. Where he say, hey, so Hini Farouk, you still the bandage king Promise. So you watch Promise go perform for Jackie in show, and that way you know fit tell them say, bro, make we pass Waddle and Medical their show under for some 5 minutes for them to be family. For them to be family, 5 minutes for 5 minutes, them to be family. That was a question. And he says, now understand why me and King Promise our song never happened. Kill beats there, you tomorrow where I go talk my matter. They be like the next day, no, it's not talking matter for real. It says they're saying they don't love you like you do. It's making special sense to me today, and now you know. And this one says, you got me. You make your black face like my Land Cruiser in spare time. That R2Bees manager title the sweet you pass. Last year December, no be me force Agazi to give you show for Tema. Who was ready to book you in Tema? Now 1 year come, me too, I do my show, you know, get sense to tell your people, say, Charlie, for 20 years, this our boy has served and actually deserves some 3-second surprise performance. For 20 fucking years, bro, I stayed behind the scenes and played my role until AMG came. I've always been comfortable being at the back seat, even till today. And he says, you people, they make people, they see me like I force myself to be part of your group. Okay. And this one also says, for 20 years, I have served, worshipped, promoted, and stayed loyal to R2Bees from Camp Yard days, long before Payday reformed it to R2Bees. The kind of pain and insults I've received for the 20 years, only Jah knows. And says, you got me. When you join R2Bees, a whole AMG concert, I perform only 4 songs because you tell me, say, boys, they come. So I hold back. Forget Your Beer featuring Payday and Pepe with Mugis. So we go do them together before I do other songs. You got me, you told me, boys, they come. Even Mugis told me tonight when they pull up. Me and Medical and Shatawale Day on conference. I tell them, oh, R2Bees, they come. I delay Wale in performance, even though he was in Tema about 2 to 3 hours before Medical, and I climbed the stage. So say we all go make the fans happy. And still, Criss Waddle is talking. He says, just for clarification's sake, this is not for any fucking clout or trends. I don't even care about fame. I'm not about to drop any album or any new song. This is just me being tired of the disrespect and disloyalty. Been taken granted for 20 years. Killbeat making Rasta like Bob without Mali. He and Ohene collect me money for a song preaching Promise. Ohene say Killer say pay for beat first. Them collect the money since 2017-2018. Nobody talk about that song again. But this same Killbeat in Mother in Eye operation back in the days, guess what I did? But when it was time for music, they actually gave me an amount to pay me. I just do them like my mind know they work. Okay. I just do them like my mind know they work. Okay. I buy car on a Thursday. Wait, that same Thursday, he didn't take the car, go get accident. Before the accident, he said to me, make we go club. I say, nah, I want to meditate. I won't meditate. He say he go meet some girls, so he want take go. I say cool, you fit take go. Money dey the glove compartment. So take some chill the girls. Wow. This be real friends. So I say glove compartment, so take some chill the girls. 4 a.m. same day. You call me, say he do yawa. Why asleep? Okay. Why okay. Why?
Why he say
Okay. Why? Okay, cheap.
Why are he?
I say why? He sleep, take the car, go crash some woman in Toyota. Charlie, long story short, we go hospital. I paid all the bills. The woman's husband was a lawyer, so he vexed. He take Ohini go court. Our first appearance, then remind Ohini for prison custody. Wow. It be me the same way I do call spend money with them cancel that case. Guess what? I fly come back till today. I no see my car with my eyes. But I never asked Ohini. Because guess what? That's my brother. But when I had to do a song with Kim Promise, Ohini mentioned amount for me to pay Kill Beats. Wow. Is that all? Or more to come? More. That's all. Okay. But according to Kim Promise, who was on Hit FM today with Doreen Abiu, he says he was. So after all the rants from what's his name, Criss Waddle, Kim Promise thinks that it is because they did not call me. But even if I was called, I had other engagements. And let me read, or let me just quote exactly what was said on the show. He says, I wasn't invited to Criss Waddle's concert. Even if I was, I had other engagements. But I heard the event went well, and I'm happy it did. And this is Kim Promise saying on Daybreak Hits on Hits 103.9 FM with Doreen Abiu, who has been sitting in for some days for Andy Dusty. Now, the discussion is this. How do we solve some of these cases? Criss Waddle, knowing that, oh, Charlie, this is a family. They know I'm doing this. Even if I don't tell them, they will come because I've been with them, doing it for them, all like that. And on the day, though the show was good, I don't know if Richie, you have some of the videos from there. I saw when Shatawale was trying to come on the stage. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Charlie Wale, the bro. Shatawale, No. Then he vexed. Later he said, Charlie, your man vexed. You know, be easy. But the show was good. Numbers came. G.H. Goku told me, Charlie, small mistake, your phone will get missing. Hey, it's a small mistake, your phone will get missing. The numbers were good, no two ways about that. The numbers were good, but friends did not come. I see what he vexed. You see the way he hold it phone. He said, the fear the boys will take. Oh, that's the way they Charlie, but I don't mind it more. It will be small. So how do we solve some of these things? Friends, colleagues, gangs. Sometimes some people getting disappointed out of some of these things. How do we solve this? Derek Money, start this for me. Do you think Criss Waddle is right to get angry? What do you think of Kim Promise's response to him as well?
I think Criss Waddle is getting things wrong here. Yeah, at a point in time, if you know somebody in the industry and then you are organizing a program or you have a program, you need to know the way to go to invite people. At a point in time, you can be friends for years.
Okay.
Even friends can turn into brothers. Yeah, but that does not mean if you're organizing a show, you just expect me to be there. Yeah, I think we need to have that mutual respect for each other whenever we are hosting a show. It's different from somebody being your godfather, and it's different from somebody being your friend. When it comes to friendship, anything goes at a point in time. But when you take somebody as your godfather, you know when to do the needful at a point in time. So I think Criss Waddle is over exaggerating things here. He thought for once he has been with them for 20 years, so no matter the situation, him having a program with AMG, they need to come at all costs. No. And I like the response from Kim Promise. He said he had other engagements.
Even if they had invited him.
Because we are in a season everybody needs to cash out. Oh yeah. So if he invited a person, do it earlier. not when he needs to do some certain things. Maybe or possibly.
But in another line, he said, what's his name? Mugis also said that today we go pulling up, but them no pull up.
You know, no pull up now, man show up. And
when you have said you pull up,
so
it means indirectly you know about it.
You know, yeah. He knew about it, but the other engagement, which he needs to.
So why do you say you pull up? If you did
there are some occurrences you don't have to worry about that too much, because you can book me for today. Before you realize there will be another call from somewhere. With that one, I need to adhere to it. They are all artists, performers.
So I get it. I get what you are saying. So in short, it means you placed value on that call.
Exactly. Because maybe or possibly you might not know the amount which is coming from that.
So you place value on that.
Value on that one.
Yes,
you ignored this one. But under normal circumstances, I think there needed to be a mutual understanding, which is invitation to my show.
Okay.
Yeah, that one put respect on both of us, because you are brands. You're organizing a show. I know you have been. I've known you for so many years. No matter the situation, when you're organizing a program, you need to invite me. Let the invitation be special. So whenever I'm coming, I know I'm coming as a special guest. I'm coming as a personality. But for all you know, you just lay emphasis on we have been friends for 20 years. So if I'm doing my program, I'm doing my event, automatically you need to show up. No. At times you need to understand certain things in our industry. If you based on that mutual agreement between us, you know me, so you have to come at all costs. No.
So for friendships, how about letting him know that, oh bro, maybe like you for come, but something come up, so we know if you pull up.
I think that's the fact. King Promise did not do well over there, because I think for once you could not show up, and you've been friends for 20 years. So you could have sent a message at least, bro. I wasn't.
But for King Promise, he said he wasn't invited. So
yeah, he wasn't invited.
So
that was what we are basing on. He wasn't invited. That's what I want us to understand. We are in the same industry. We have to put that mutual respect.
And it's also obvious his relationship with R2Bees
is sinking.
No, not is sinking. The relationship with R2Bees is more deeper than the one with King Promise.
King Promise, yes.
So the King Promise relationship is a by-product.
Through Killbeats.
Through Killbeats.
And the Ohine guy is his guy.
Yes.
But King
so
Promise
it's like
is not
me going
like
somewhere and say, oh, if they come with your boys, then I go and not come with any of you. Then the person goes and say, oh, so you two no come. Thinking that when I come, obviously,
you two should follow.
So I think Criss needs to understand certain things and do things right. That's what I'm saying. He's being too exaggerated. Because
so I'm sure King Promise's problem really is not with. Criss Waddle's problem is not with King Promise.
King Promise,
but the guy,
his people,
because he has given him money to chill with the girls, spoil his car, and so
no, they are his people. They are Ohine people.
They
are his people.
Just invited,
and this guy seems to be managing it. So as you manage him there,
by all means, bring him. Be your papa, know how.
I think for once they needed to send an official invitation for him to know. Maybe or possibly the program outline when he's going to perform, because he cannot come to the event and then just go away like that. He needs to perform. So you need to arrange things, because let's imagine he just came through and then nothing happened. He was not able to perform because maybe or possibly, according to them, in the lineup you were not included as a performer. He just came through and then he's gone. But as a artist, or as we are living in the industry, we need to put or position certain things right. Invite the person officially. If he doesn't appear or doesn't come, then you have a case. But you just let everything go. And then he was putting more pressure on the manager, Ohine, because he thinks the relationship or the rapport with Ohine is too tight to the extent that he could have just made a call. But still, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work
like what?
Oh yeah, like the way Criss is seeing it.
Okay.
The moment you are organizing a program, everybody you know needs to appear at the program. No. It doesn't work like that. You might organize or you may organize a program. The people you think will come will disappoint you.
Oh yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yes, even you invited them. Not even this one you not invite him.
Yeah, sometimes the people you invite.
Oh yeah, the people you invited, they will not come. And you have to accept it.
Yeah, you have to move on.
Oh yeah, you have to move on. So I think for once, I think Criss Waddle has an issue with Killbeat and then R2Bees.
Yes.
Yes, because from
but
the messages.
To him, he thinks those are his
Those are the people.
And they even gave me a promise that
Exactly.
we will pull up.
Sure.
He said because of that, some of his songs that he was supposed to perform, he was waiting for them to come so they perform together. Songs that he's done with them. And they didn't pull up. I'm sure he promised they chopped straight bullet kicking.
Oh yeah,
and unfortunately, he was the one who was asked the question to respond.
Sure.
He promised chop straight bullet, but he was really not the target.
They need to sit down and settle their differences. They need to sit down and settle their differences because I think Criss Waddle is really pissed off.
Yeah, he's
very pissed. And then they need to sit down and settle their differences.
Bro, how about that? What do you also see is wrong here? Who is making a wrong move or statement here?
That's happening. It is a matter of miscommunication. I see a communication problem here. In fact, Ocean or Criss Waddle's side, you understand his pain or frustration. Ocean or R2Bees also side.
I'm going to tell you country.
And when you look at it also from Kim Prophet's side, you also understand their pain. So his pain. So I think it is just a matter of communicating. Like, okay, I have seen that you are going to do this or you're about to do this, but even if you don't invite me or you didn't invite me, at least I can also tell you that, oh, me who say Saturday, cry, me bad calendar, on that day I'll also be at this place or so and so. Even though say be now we expect to say me member. Indirectly, but can't just say me to member. But you understand. Because you know how sometimes these things work. And me, whenever people feel entitled to the fact that why you be papa, therefore a automatic say the person needs to also return the favor. And now say, sir, me ye program, I need your presence. No, and whenever people make a huge fuss about that now, sometimes mentiasi. Because yes, let's turn the table around and put yourself in the person's shoes. And let's see how you'd react. Perhaps you would kill yourself, go all out to come to the come in for the person. But any time we are only temperaments only wakuma nibi. It's possible say the person cannot make that sacrifice you are making. And the moment you know this, you know peace. The moment you are able to understand this, you have peace. So you would not do certain form of papabi and expect something. Say eba, hallelujah, amen, fine. But since we are all humans and at this level, say when you're certain form of disappointment, you've gone through phases in life in terms of you having entanglement with people, them coming to your aid, especially at your downside or times that you need people most. Now Shem Kofua back to your aid. Some of these things I don't think you should make a huge deal about it. Unless you've not had such experiences before.
Yeah.
But if at this time or at this point in your career you are still complaining about this, but then I don't see it as a big deal like that. One that unless Waddle wants to say that there's been certain occurrences, you know what? Before people come out to make such rants, it is not just about this.
I know he stated he said one. No, not the car. He said he's paid a song that he wants to feature his promise. Initially, he thought because they are my gang, they will even do it out of love, but they made him pay. And even after paying,
and the person who even received the payment is the person that came to take the car, went to chill guests, and scored the car.
That's why he said, it will be today. I understand they don't really love you.
So you see, if you go through such phases, you will understand. And also looking at when you are at Waddle's side of the table, you looking at the fact that Jackie's event was just a day after hers. You have reasons to think that, oh, okay, until say any the same day, and the same day can be to say Mabre, I went to Miamba, but any the same day. In fact, 2 different days, 16th and 17th, and still you guys were not able to do it. Whilst sometimes you guys are able to do about 3-4 shows in the night. Mufa, you could pass it through 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you guys weren't able to do this for me. I think if you find yourself in Waddle's shoes, you'll be paying because we share relationship and someone, and this is not just relationship because it's just industry colleagues. When industry colleagues are these are people, yes, who go beyond the craft that they are into. And you know, it is just a matter of Senka R2Bees Moso, after making such commitments, say you are going to pull up. It is just a matter of communication. Yes, Nipano, the person wouldn't feel cool, but at least
if they had communicated, I'm not sure.
Yes, Waddle would have still like be paying like that. And I make us say initially in a hitina, I'm feeling cool, but along the line he will understand. Say, oh, some of these things do happen. I'm sure if Waddle should even hear Kim Promise's excuse, yes, he will feel the same way. But he will also understand because sometimes you say it will be very expected, and you find yourself in a very tight corner. One day, you can't pull up for the person. It happens. So if all of them had communicated, say, or they have found a common grounds to make their communication stronger, I'm not sure Waddle will be out making such utterances or such rants because if they are R2Bees no member, Q beats are from Charlie, this and that be the situation. This is the situation on grounds, and it will be very difficult for us.
And that is ideal.
Yes, that would have been killed the case.
And that also shows maybe you have respect and love for.
Yes, and especially once you've even made the commitment. Senka can't change and you can even use the first phase of Kim Promise's excuse to the fact that maybe you invited and now you have other engagements, which was very tight, and then they see. But then, since you've already made the commitment, say I will pull up, I believe that if something else comes up, which is far more important to you than the commitment you made, I believe if not for anything, out of respect, you should be able to communicate to the person and let him know, so if they are not so and so, and now I find myself in a very tight corner, I won't be able to fulfill the promise I made to you. It's as simple as that. And none of them were able to have that kind of good communication among them, which is why we are having this conversation in the first place. I believe it is not beyond repair. They can still sit at the table. These are families. These guys go beyond music. You've been together for 20 years. I don't want to agree that in that 20-year span, nobody has wronged anyone. No, it is not possible. You guys have gone through these phases over and over again. And if Kim Promise, Waddle has come to vent out his anger like that, and we all understand that it started from somewhere, it has a pattern, and our BCCC, you guys are so mature that you can sit down and settle their differences.
Okay, let me listen to what Chemo also has to say on this, and matters arising. Chemo.
Well, this one, I think there was similarities with Joy Daddy guy. For Kim Promise case, I think Criss Waddle, any case be when you consider the relationship with Kim Promise now, he's demanding more on the Ohene guy. And so it's like, and the unfair part for the Ohene guy is that you are demanding something that he may not be able to give you. And you think that one man a card I said he should make it happen. Ohene guy is the manager, all right, but Ohene cannot command Kim Promise to go to where he doesn't want to. But still, what's the Ohene money happen? How? You see, because you have done him good, you have done something for him that you think he should reciprocate at the time that you need it, not in his own time. And he should, by all means, bring Kim Promise to your show that you didn't even invite him. You didn't do the right thing by inviting him. So that's where some of us, sometimes we advise that do it in a business way, then maybe you can attach your relationship and other stuff to it. Make it business first. Invite them officially. And then tell them you are my brothers. You also, if nobody is coming, cry. You people there, I beg.
Family,
you have to, yes, because first, of families come and something like that. If you don't do that, some of them will skip it because they may not be interested in that kind of gathering. And whatever can compel them is the business, the straightness of official things that you are doing. That's what will bring them there. Because honestly, for me, I don't like going for funerals. So if you don't invite me for it to bond me small and I have option, I will not come. Not because I hate you or no, I don't like going for funerals. So unless it's a funeral that I can skip or I will easily do something else than to go for a funeral. But some people, that's the ultimate. They want to be there. In fact, even if you don't invite them, they will come because you are a friend and they want to support you.
They will come.
Yes, so that differences are there. So if you want to be sure, then invite them officially and then add the friendship, the brotherliness or whatever to it. But you don't do it, you just leave it like that and you still expect them to just show up whilst they may have other engagement, which may even to them you're important and for you, Crown, or this one there, even if they don't come, to them, even if they don't come, it will be successful. Like King Promise said, I heard it was successful. And indeed, when you see the numbers, I think the attendance was cool.
Yeah, very much.
So without him, you have been able to do it. So why should he sacrifice something that he thinks he can also get from elsewhere just to appear there? No, you have to make it official for it to bond him. Or else he won't. He won't. So Chris Waddle, I think he should do his things right if he wants us to speak for him. That's why I mean, for instance, when you go to somebody's house and you come back and say he didn't invite me when the person is eating, I'll tell you, Nana, we will not come though. Yes, you are not hungry. If you are hungry, tell the person I'm hungry and see if they will give you food or not. That's where you have a case. But without you telling the person that you are hungry, anka ofra okra anka uni o. Ese so buy o me ko ni fi nya na duan okra wan frɛ me. Onso so common ne. And you just want to bring a case anka there shouldn't be any case. That's what Chris Waddle is doing to King Promise. As for the R2Bees, yes, according to his thing, there was a form of invitation, whether formal or informal, because they said that we will pull up. I mean, it's an acceptance that you will come for whatever form the invitation took. You accepted that you will come. So if you couldn't go at that time, I think it will be fair for you to tell him that, oh, for some reason we couldn't come. Maybe it's because of the forgive us or something, based on the friendship, the relationship that you have with the person and all that. So I think for the R2Bees, maybe later they will come and say more, but for them, I think they were not fair to Chris Waddle. If you said you pull up, it's a form of you accepting the invitation, regardless of the form, whether it was formal or informal. You said you pull up. So if you can't pull up, just say that I can't pull up for some reason. Then you give your reasons. And Chris Waddle, I think going forward, he shouldn't raise his hope that high because he has helped people. For instance, the Kill Beat incident, paying them without them fulfilling it. It's because you did it in that moral brotherliness kind of. You said you want to feature somebody in a song that you want to do, King Promise, and then they have charged you for it, and you are just sitting there waiting for them to call you. That's not business. And even at the time that you were paying for it, give them timeline. Charlie, if you are taking my money, I think within the next 6 months, it should happen. Yes. But you just gave them money, sitting down waiting for them to call you. They will call you. That business is still there. So you can't come back now and say that you have taken my money and you didn't even do it. You didn't give them any timeline. You didn't say that within 1 year it should happen. Within 2 years it should happen. 10 years time, they will fulfill it. So he should do business and stop this kind of thing that he's doing. I think he does business with his other things, but when it comes to music, it looks like he's just playing, like he's just playing. I mean, it's not business that he's doing with his music career. So he should sit up. If he wants to do business when it comes to music, he should do it with the same principle that he's using to make money elsewhere. Because this line there, Empha cry.
I see. So, Chemo, at what point are we now going to see who is a friend and who is not a friend to some of these discussions?
Well, when you want to leave it like that, then you always be disappointed. But because generally, human beings will have certain principles, certain temperament. The things that they are not doing for you, they are doing for someone else. So for you to assume that he's a friend, so he will do it for me, no. Yeah. The kind of friendship that they have and the things that they value, there are certain things that they will do it for you. They won't do it for some people. And those people will also say, I think they are not friends and whatever. The same way it can turn. They will do it for somebody and you will be feeling like, no, then me, it looks like I'm mistaking you and all that. And you know, I think we as people, or people should reduce their expectation. They should face more reality than hoping for the best for themselves. Because the thing that you are hoping for, somebody else is also hoping for it. So if it is not happening to you, it is happening to someone else. Oh, kase nipa ne nipa bone no. Obi nso si wo yegu. Yeah, Jackie will appreciate them. Yeah.
I was out to be also at Jackie.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, Charlie.
So Jackie, I am ni na kan hu. Yeah, and Jackie knows so called bad bay. That's the whole thing.
More microphone.
Yes. But they may value you, Bianca. Oh yeah, I know they are because that's where they think they have connection with you. But when you are doing a program like this, they have connections. The connection with Jackie is more stronger than Odieno. So they will go to Jackie and leave you, and think that even when you are organizing a program, they will still put premium on yours than Jackie there anyhow what it is. So people should just face reality, think less of people in terms of expecting much from those people, and we will be fine. As for who is your friend there, it's very difficult to guess or even get it. Yeah.
Solid. All right, so that's it. King Promise. I'm sure lately King Promise has been responding to things that are really not about him. Because the stadium show, for instance, he was not the one in contention. Sorry about that. Sorry, but there is a breaking news trending. Let me get you guys your views on it before we even go into other serious matters. We are getting information that Kizz Daniel's show has been postponed. Hey, what is happening? And I'm also getting some unconfirmed reports suggesting that Burna Boy has also pulled out of Afrochella. That is unconfirmed. It hasn't been officially delivered from the organizers. But I've seen it elsewhere. I don't know if any of you two might have come across it somewhere. So, Richie, let's see. And Olele Salvador, aka Deep Throat, is sending all these details out, and I want us to look at it briefly. That is what we are gathering now, that Kizz Daniel's show has been postponed until a date that is not even out yet. And it is interesting. What is happening? Why are we running away from all these shows? What is that? Richie, do you have it now? Oh, okay. If he's having issues here, then let me see if I can read it here later. When he gets it, then he can also share. And it says, Olele Deep Truth Source has released on Twitter that breaking Kizz Daniel live in Ghana concert, which was scheduled to take place this Friday, December 23rd, at the Untamed Empire, has been postponed to yet to be announced date. This comes after the Buga hitmaker in a video last Sunday confirmed he couldn't wait to be in Ghana. What is happening? Nigeria man go talk say, what they happen? Ro, I think you saw some of these things coming.
That's a man.
What they happen?
That's why I am not a prophet of doom. Please.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
I am not a prophet of doom, but then it is just about being in the space and knowing the kind of conversation that is ongoing. I've said this time and again, especially since we started this December and certain occurrences started. That's when I pointed out some of these instances that, and whenever I hear such news now, yes, I feel bad about it.
Okay.
I feel bad about it, but then it is what it is.
All right, so this is what we have on the screen now. Afro Classic concert, where I think I also saw this elsewhere. I think Joy FM also reported it, and I'll see if I can get that story. Lappy, find out for me. Joy FM reported it, so let's see if you can read it from my Joy line as well. Let's see if you can read it from there as well. Yes, Ro, you can continue now.
It's that I have already. This is not the first time we're having this conversation as far as event cancelling and calling off is concerned. I've cited economic reasons, and to me, it is yes, anybody can have their own arguments about bringing other factors to play, but economic reasons is just about 50 to 60% of the reason why we are seeing some of these things. Yes, some people would bring other arguments, but if you are really on the ground and you hear some of these conversations, you will know that it is right from the kind of cost that organizers are bearing, and also the economic risk in terms of how much even patrons are even supposed to pay for some of these concerts. Because I can't put up a concert that costs about, let's say, $500,000, and my gate proceeds will just give me about $100,000. It doesn't make sense. It will not make sense in any form. Therefore, in order to even break even, I would have to pull up a rate that would at least be more than that $100,000 that the usual rate would have given me. Which are the patrons ready to also take that economic risk? That is also another factor that both sides have been battling with, especially at this particular point in time. I've said that the escalation of these currencies in terms of depreciation and all that is also a huge factor. The economic mismanagement is also a huge factor in some of the things that we are seeing. And it is actually the effect or the after effect of whatever happened about 5-6 months ago, not just this month. So that's what we are feeling. And even if our currency is appreciating now, we would not see the results now. It is not possible. It is not possible because all those times that
and even Chemo says it will come up.
You will not even see it.
Exactly.
Because you can't go and borrow. And then you spend it and tell people that I'm a rich man.
Exactly.
Without you working for it, your source of income is not coming from anywhere.
So you will still have to
this guy have to
now
and even the one that you went to borrow, the consequences will happen at even a time that you think you are supposed to recover. And that's the situation we are in. In fact, it is very, very unfortunate. My sad destiny has to be with the fact that it is actually crippling an agenda that we all have been able to build even for the past few years. Like, it's just like us putting up a whole story building and hiring an excavator to come and break it down, which doesn't make sense. Because when you look at the effort in which Ghanaians have from the office of the presidency to even the last person on the street, the kind of effort we all have put in making some of these year of return, beyond the return destination Ghana thing happen, and just a few months of economic mismanagement is trying to cripple down all these agenda. It's sad because you go outside. Chemo said something like last week about you advertising for a product that is not even ready or you are not even willing to sell. And it's the same situation. We go out there, when you check, you type Ghana right now even on Google, the only thing, most of the things that you see has to do with year of return, beyond the return, all has to do with making Ghana a tourism destination country. And if on the grounds, things that will even attract people for them to even come and patronize whatever we are trying to sell. Our mismanagement are kind of breaking those things down. Then we are just doing ourselves a great disservice, and these are just the effects. I would wish that it wouldn't affect so many of the events or most of the things that we are even trying to sell. But then, yes, as I have said and I'm continuing to say, even Kizz Daniel show would not even be the last. If this is true, there are so many ones that would be affected. People who would be able to even have the courage to pull it off will be like, they will be cringing. Yes, and they wouldn't do it even with profit. That's the hard truth. If anybody comes to tell you that I did this event and they should declare whatever they got out of it. Else, it is what it is.
Chemo, are you also surprised with this breaking news?
Not really, because of what is happening, and yeah, basically is, I think I will agree with Roland. For economic reasons, some of them will cancel it or postpone. In this case, it's postponed, not cancel.
So what is happening? Does it mean that this year the December NGH agenda couldn't be met?
Well,
if the agenda is being met, then I wonder why these programs are suffering, knowing that people are coming to town and they are ready to spend money.
Yes.
So why are we not achieving it?
Yeah, because there's a mess with the money that we have now, and the things that we are advertising, we don't do it in cities. We advertise our things in cities, and people who are coming to spend, the so-called the bogus who are coming to spend, they will do it. They will come with dollars, and when they go for the exchange, it's so small that they can't even pay for the gate fee. They have to increase their money. It will be something else. So a lot of them may decide not to even participate. I mean, and those who also save in dollars, for instance, may also hold on a bit, like some of us. I mean, I'm in a tight corner, but I don't want to change the little dollars that I have, because I know for sure that this thing, it will return to the same state that we were crying. Yes, very soon it will get to there, because the only way for money to appreciate is when your productivity is high, when you are producing more, then you go and sell and get more dollars. But in this case, we are not producing, and we still have more dollars. How did we get it? We borrowed. So that money is there for us to spend. So at this time, so the dollars are so available that whatever you need, amount that you need, is there for them to give you. But after people taking that money, how are you going to get more dollars? You are not working. If you are working, then at the end of the month, you get more money. You can spend, make more money. But now you are not working. You just have the money with you. And you have decided to just spend it like that. So within a short time, you go back to wherever we were. But people have to, for those who have dollars, they have to keep it for some time before they spend it. So I think it will affect certain decisions and production in terms of our shows and all that. I think it will affect it. And those who are doing pure business, Kizz Daniel's show, for instance, I don't see any huge sponsorship coming in and say that, okay, I'm ready to give you the money. You just go and entertain people. So if he's going to depend on gate fee and all that, it will be difficult for them to even break even. So I will not be surprised if they postpone it or even at some point cancel it. So I'm not so surprised about that. But it's sad that we thought that we were going to make more out of the year of return thing, and this thing is happening. I mean, because they will employ people, the ushers, the people who will making money. Yes, they will mount the stage, the people who will work on doing the stage, others think, all of, like, people will benefit from it for some form of employment. So, but if they postpone it, it's gone. People will come spend, because people will also be selling around and all that. It's also gone. It's sad, but I mean, that's what it is. And our economy is something else. For political reasons, some people are happy that this thing is happening. But I bet you, if you think about it carefully, you know that this can't last.
Yeah.
Because for your economy to be strong, you don't just wake up one day and then everything is okay. No, produce something. Let people buy it so you make more money. So if you are not producing anything and you have money on you, where are you going? What the better manasa? I sound so asa. Only if you be and they say Obeka Chem say cocoa production cost. Ye import sugar beam, ye import beam. So ane manu nyina say uja importation and na obe make progress. Let's omo ton near man. Or mark of money badada. Now they don't need dollar for anything.
At a higher cost.
So if you bring more dollar, nobody will be chasing the dollar because importers now they are selling, so they are not going to import. When their product finishes, then they will go for the dollar. And when the demand for dollar goes high, then we can see whether they will have more to give people or it will go up again because many people will be chasing the dollar at some point. I mean, they are just messing up the economy, but that's what it is, and it will affect things like this. And I'm not so surprised that we are hearing this news.
See. Direct Money, speak finally on this, and let's look at something to finally to close.
This is too sad for our entertainment industry because we just recently had
and let me also add this before you continue. I hear most of the major events that we also have high hopes on, they also dashing free tickets like crazy. Like free tickets like crazy.
Yeah.
They are just dashing. And these events, sometimes you even struggle to see where they even sell the ticket. But this time around, they will tell you, oh, I'm dashing 10, I'm dashing 20, I'm dashing 30. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
As I was saying, it's very sad for our entertainment industry because we just had our witness risky show which flopped, and again Waddle and R2Bees cancelled, and then we're having Kizz Daniel's show.
Kofi Kinata also cancelled.
If you're having certain things or occurrences in your industry, it means there's something wrong within the economy. Because I think the government initiative is the year of return, beyond the year of return, December in Ghana. These are all initiatives which are supposed to bring in people from other destinations to come and enjoy the rich culture Ghana has. And I think these are some of the shows that will really entertain them. And if such shows are being cancelled, postponed, flopped, then it means there are so many questions we need to ask as entertainers within the space. This is something we don't have to encourage. And I think the government needs to do something about it, because when the hardship in the economy is too much for the people, there are certain things they can't achieve. Because for instance, as events organizer, you have planned, you know your budget. But all of a sudden, there's a depreciation somewhere of the dollar, there is a rise in the dollar, then certain things are going in a zigzag way. You will see you cannot meet exactly what your demands or what you want to achieve. If it happens like that, you have to postpone the show. Which one or the other, I think, is not helping our industry. Because if shows are being cancelled, I want us to put more emphasis on another Samwabedu's post the other day we read on the show. Said after the bringing out risky the amount he was paid, the TNT beneath or under his post said there are more to come, and this are what we are seeing. So more are coming. It's not only this one. You'll be having more because the event organizers are going through a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. And then if you are not strong enough, if you don't have the financial muscles, the connection, the links, you cannot pull up. So the only thing you need to do is to just postpone the show, sit down, analyze things, and then you come back stronger. So I think the government is being the center of controversy here, especially how they are managing the economy. Because if the management of the economy is at the right direction, everything moves very well. Yeah, there's progress. But when you look at how things are going in the economy, it seems it's affecting every individual, every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the industry. The whole Ghana. Things are not going well. Sammy, things are not going well with a lot of people, Ghanaians.
Things are tough.
Very tough.
But we day inside.
We day inside.
Survivor mode.
Oh yeah.
Country broke.
Plus, I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot when it comes to event organizing.
The legends.
Because let's take for instance Waddle and the nature of Waddle and a 2 days event.
Waddle and Day.
Yes.
I knew without any huge financial backing, they wouldn't be able to do it. And I was so sure. I think I was telling Rolando almost every day that Waddle and Day.
Yes.
The investment that goes into it.
That goes into it. And look at the way the economy is being managed.
But I'm glad the other guys, River First, they were able to do it.
Maybe they have found a way to manage.
And that is, I would say that it is not as huge as
River Jamboree.
Yes.
Yeah, and that event
they have found a way to manage their expenditure.
They have tried to find a way to manage.
Oh, so be spending. No, in this world, the little you have, based on how you want to live, you will be comfortable or not.
Exactly.
I'm not sure the guys who are doing the river, they have some thousands of dollars elsewhere. The little that they have, that's what they have been able to manage to do what they are going to do. As it stands now, we see what they are doing.
But it was a very beautiful event. I saw excerpts of that.
Oh, it's done?
Yes, they actually.
It was this weekend?
2 days, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful event.
And I mean, I think with this thing, we really need to have some measures to curb this, because if you continue to have our industry in such mood, I think it will not help any agenda we try to raise. Especially, we are putting more pressure on the government to do something about the economy. Because if the economy is strong, if things are moving within the economy, whatever you touch becomes successful. So whilst we are moving and things are not successful, it means there's something wrong somewhere. So I think our leaders, better still, the president needs to. And I have problem with the creative industry. Or better still, the minister for creative arts. It's like certain things pops up and then you don't care. At times you need to respond to certain things. This is a problem that you are facing. So many shows cancelled within a space of 2-3 weeks. Yeah, at times you need to.
Well, it is not directly under his domain. Like
I mean, it's not directly under him, but you are under the creative industry.
I understand. That is if someone has also started a conversation with him.
And that's what we are starting.
Because
I think it's very lame on this. Certain.
We know the Year of Return Committee, they are sponsoring and supporting some of these events.
Yeah. So but what's happening?
They are still
what is happening
down. Okay. Derek Man is asking questions. Let's help him to get answers. What is happening? Honorable Makokra Kumante and your people, why are events being postponed and cancelled at a time that you guys are looking forward to cashing from these events? And that's the question. You guys are looking forward to cashing from this event, yet under your noses, the events are being cancelled and postponed. Basa, like that. What is happening? Now, Kwesi Arthur has also given us something that I want us to look at finally. Then ask my people that, and then why is he talking like this now? According to Kwesi Arthur, there are a lot of vultures, snakes in the Ghana music industry. Kwesi Arthur, watch it. Now, and then Ghanaian rapper Kwesi Arthur has stated that though doing music is a good business, it is full of selfish people who pretend to be friends but are actually foes. The BET recognized artist said this on Accra-based Metro TV's entertainment review program. Granting the local music industry is a good industry, he warned that there is just a lot of vultures in there. There is a lot of faking. People will snake you the least chance they get. He said, even people you trust, he stressed, you have to be very vigilant and be sure to have genuine people who want your good working with you. Bad contract was another thing the toxic hitmaker highlighted. You signing bad deals, horrible deals with people you think are really for you, but they are only in it for themselves. He indicated in his perforated white shirt. There is a lot of that in the industry. Host Desi Fading queried if he had fallen prey to such a deal in his career, and he said, oh yeah. He answered with a hint of hesitation in his voice. But we are in a better place now. He was quick to add, On Tuesday, 2nd August 2022, Kwesi Arthur sent out tweets that suggested he was fighting with the music company Ground Up Charlie. It is the group he rose to fame with, including fellow rap stars Kwamina MP and Kofi Mole. Now, this is one of the tweets. He says, Ground Up Charlie, answer my calls, bro. Laugh out loud. And he came again to say, I want all my things back, my guy. He said in another tweet after indicating his calls had still not been answered. In yet another tweet, Kwesi stressed that if I keep quiet, so many artists in the position I was will be taken advantage of. It says, I'm done cooling down, he added in the deleted Twitter thread. Now, in 2010, Emmanuel Kwesi Danso Arthur Jr., also known as Kwesi Arthur, discovered he could write and rap. He made a decision to take it seriously. He was inspired by stars such as Sarkodie, Eminem, Kanye West, and Drake. And now the 27-year-old's first hit song, Grind Day, from April 2017. Said his debut album, Son of Jacob, was released in April 2022. According to the biggest audio streaming service in Africa, Boomplay, the 15-track project was the third most consumed album in Ghana for 2022. Roland, so what is happening to Kwesi Arthur? Has he now seen the reality in the music industry? Or now something that he was relying on has been taken from him? That's why he's crying.
Them take show chairman.
Then take show chairman.
Then take show chairman.
Why? Then chairman didn't know.
Oh, he didn't know. He didn't know. Oh, he didn't know. No, you see, you see, sometimes when people are making such conversations now, I don't blame them. You see, is it the gospel musician Instrabeti, right? Who is now on the throat of Gamro right now about her royalties and all that. What have you ever heard Black Sheriff complaining about royalties from Gamro? No, he won't. In fact, right now, if you should ask him Gamro matters, he doesn't even know where the office is. And he won't. Like he doesn't have any idea. It's like that. At that particular point, nothing else matters to them. Oh no, nothing else matters to them. Like until they are hit with that hard rock or that hard spot, that's when they realize they were all alone all this while. Oh, as for singing your praises there, the moment you are there, oh, you have so many. In fact, the choir to sing your praise is even more than an orchestra. Big one. Everybody will be singing. You are the best. Oh, we've never seen anybody like you. Like you alone, chairman, you pay. But at that particular point, that's when you realize all the mistakes that you've done, most of the things that you were supposed to take, like you were supposed to take critical or pay critical attention to, which you didn't, and all that. And if at that particular point you weren't even able to build your foundation well in terms of some of the deals that you went into, yes, I know Kwesi Arthur is calling on ground up and all that. He should know that he's not the only person facing this challenge. When this guy, Kwamina MP, was also complaining about some of these things, Kwesi Arthur was quiet. Why? Because as at that time, he was the one enjoying. When Kofi Mole was also complaining about some of these things, they were all quiet.
They've all complained.
Oh, yes. They were all quiet. Because as at that particular time, they were the ones enjoying. Yes, normal meme. So even if there were mistakes in most of the deals that they were signing, because they were being sung praises and all that, or they were on top as at that particular time, nobody paid attention until now that he has been hit with the hard truth. That is when he starts to tell he should stop ranting about some of these things and now focus on how to move to the next phase. Yes, and move to the next phase of his career. In fact, the industry has always been like this, and even such as life, it is not going to change. You will not be the first person, neither will you be the last person. It has always been like that. It is just like a forest. You see it kumo like that, very compact. But when you get closer, that is when you realize that the oak tree is at Kaswa and the neem tree is at Tema. That's how it is. It is just about, we are all in a survival mode, and it is just about what you can do. Some decisions, yes, we are humans, we are prone to mistakes. There are some decisions that you take and it will go well for you. Others would have huge effect on your career, like the ones that he's complaining about. So if he's been able to make such mistakes, I think this is not the time for him to rant. Yes, I know he's feeling pains right now he's really pained. He should just know that it is part of it. So many people have made some of the mistakes that he's complaining about. So he should just think about how to move on to the next phase of his career and how he can correct those mistakes that he's made in the past. And we move. But chairman here, sorry. Now you get your first broken hand. This normal.
Derek, what is happening to Kwesi Arthur?
It has taken Kwesi Arthur so long to know these things in the industry.
No, maybe he was living in an estate, so he was not seeing the vouchers.
Should have known better.
Now it's come to a shame. No, first, when you live in an estate, how would you see a voucher?
Oh no.
When you come to Kaswa, now you wake up here, feeling is it live snake?
To be honest with you, yeah. And I think he has an issue with Ghana Charlie. So he needs to just come out and voice out the issue. So he try to find ways and means to settle it. Because all his problem is with Ghana Charlie. He made a mistake by 2017 when he released Grinding. No? Everybody thought Ghana Charlie was the management of Kwesi Arthur. So they gain the grounds, solidify it, and then make money out of it. And he has now realized that these people have used my image, my content to make money.
They all have contracts too. Ground Up Charlie is just like a management team.
It's a management team.
So
but he has now realized things are not going the way it's supposed to go. That's why he's ranting. So he has a problem with Ground Up Charlie. That's what he needs to come out and then voice out. Because no matter the situation in this industry, we have the vultures as he's talking about. Them day. You have the snakes. Them day. All these people do. Once you've been in the industry since 2017, making hit upon hit, you want to tell us you don't know these snakes, you don't know these vultures. What is he talking about? That's Sammy. I think he has been in the industry for so long and he needs to know certain things. We have people who block your chance. If you hear the contract is coming, they'll tell the people to take the contract away if Kwesi Arthur is involved. And at this juncture, you've risen from somewhere and then you are now going to somewhere and you are thinking about all these things again. No, I think he just needs to move on. It's about time he needs to settle down his mind, know the position, the angle he wants to go, exactly what he wants to achieve, then move on. Because if you, at this level, you start to think about these things, you've moved on since 2017. Calculate 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, almost 6 years. So 5 years old.
And you are still weeping.
Oh no, he's been childish here. I think he needs to move on. No, he's been childish. Yeah, this one is about the up and coming people who's supposed to come and complain here. That we have seen snakes and because they want ways and means, they want links and blocks. Which people are not giving them the opportunity. But as for you, Kwesi Arthur, the brand is already built. What links you want to get? What hookups do you want to get again? You have all the links and the plugs. So you just have to focus. Know what you want to achieve. Pressure on. You've already built a brand so many years. So I think him complaining at this point, I think he needs to just relax. Move on.
Okay.
Produce more hit songs so we can enjoy you more. That's where nobody can block your chance. Whenever an event organizer sits down and then wants somebody to perform because you have so many hit songs, that is what he needs to channel his energy to. Or not to come and complain about snakes and then vultures in our industry. We have them already. And we never lose them too. They are part of the game.
They'll be with us forever.
Oh yeah, they'll be with us forever. So he needs to understand certain things.
The Bible says the poor will be with you.
Oh yeah. So he needs to understand certain things and then strategically build himself to a particular point in time where nobody can divert any deal from you. Because when event organizers sit down and then they want artists to perform, they know the class of artists they want them to perform. So whenever you are producing hit songs, automatically your name will pop up. And that's the favor you are going to get. You should stop complaining.
Okay. Chamo will speak finally and we run away to other duties.
Well, I think Kwesi Arthur is not helping anybody. Even he is not helping himself. He has issues. You should just be straightforward with
Simple.
it, so that people can advise you well for you to take action. But if you are trying to insinuate, like trying to say things in innuendos and snakes and come on, what are you talking about? I mean, he should come straight, like he should say it as it is, so that people can advise him, or some people can take advice from it. I mean, especially the up and coming artists, they suffer some of this thing the most. I mean, based on how he's saying things, obviously it's his beginning with ground up. I mean, they will let you sign a contract, and now you have realized that the contract wasn't in your favor. Now as a charity organization, you thought that they have a slogan, ground up. They want to bring the young one, massa.
And their logo is a staircase.
So I mean, we shouldn't kid ourselves. When people say they want to help you, it's not for nothing. They will get something in return. I mean, it's so basic, but still it eludes people. Like, it's, come on, ground up. Now need the in fact, when they get just one successful person from the people that they are helping, they will take all the losses from the others from you, if you are the successful one. If they were bringing you up like you were like 10, and then you were alone, you get the success. 10 no can you. So don't kid yourself. Don't pretend. Or I don't know, like, should I say you are naive or you are pretending or whatever to think that they will sign a contract that will favor you. You now now sign. And the mistake that they do it, when it gets to that point, they don't also call people to advise them. They don't give the contract to lawyer or even somebody who is more closer to knowing things to read and say, no, I think you should talk to them about this, or no, here, there, you have to do something else. No. They'll just sign anything that they will bring. And later, when they are reaping their benefit, you are saying that they are vultures. Now, time now no more vultures. Say it straight and let's see whether they are at fault or like you are at fault. But for you to just make it look like they are cheating you are calling them, they are not picking. They should pick your call for what? Take them to court if you think they are cheating you. Because you now, you are a brand, like you are a huge star. I mean, you have gone through BET and other stuff. We know you. So what again? You made mistakes. Yes, we will understand. Bring it out. Let others learn from it. Or if you cry, if we can do something for you through advising you how to go about things to get what you deserve, we can advise you. But to say the industry is full of vulture and snake, the vultures and the snake will bite you and the vultures will yes.
Eat your caca.
Yes. So I think he should come clean. And it's not too late if we for intellectual properties, there are a lot of things that favors the one who did the whole thing. So if he has a case, he should be straight for people to advise him instead of doing this innuendo and insinuation kind of thing. It will not help anybody, including himself.
I see. So, Kwesi Arthur, it's unfortunate that the vultures came to you at the time of your career that you were not expecting them.
Yeah.
When they were around, they were maybe some good animals, but now they are not serving your good purpose. So, like Chamo is saying, be straight. Let's deal with them as we have to deal with them, and that will be all. And let me also remind you that as we wrap up, Christmas is just next weekend, and after Christmas, we will now start official registration for our Dubai tour. I was in touch with our partner in Dubai, and he tells me now so many things have changed when it comes to acquiring visas for Dubai. So you have to work as early as possible. Now I hear you even have to show your ticket and things, and so many questions. Like now,
so they will know you are serious.
Like now they have stiffened their
Requirements.
requirements a little bit.
Okay.
Unlike before, you just put in any Tom, Dick and Harry, you get your Dubai visa. Here now they want to make it America and America and UK. That even if you are not careful, you'll be refused. They recommend him on Pablo. So yes, right after Christmas, we go hard on that. Just to give you guys a reminder that we have not forgotten about that trip. It is still going to happen though. We still get some few people calling us here and there. So let's see how it goes. On this note, I'm saying thanks to my people I worked with today. In Team Dodo, Solomon is Chemo, and I also have Derek Money is everywhere, Roland Amate, and the guys behind the scenes, the Guitar Rasta Currency on camera, Richie Flex, who is the editor director of the show, Emmanuel Fori Lapiji, producer, Gideon Neil Antesin is also our creative director. And maybe Sammy Flex, thanks for keeping company with us. Remember that tomorrow, 7 p.m. on the dot, we'll be seated here to do Showbiz Daily again. I'll see you when I have to see you. We're out of here.